Good morning, children. Yesterday we talked about an elementary school, a primary school of Slum, which is opened by government with a purpose to spend education. But the children who come to this school have various physical deformities. Why? Because poverty, which is their fate, pulls them back from achieving anything in life. So we had already talked about a tall girl and a paper seeming boy with rat's eyes. Now further the poet has described more about this boy. See, the stunted, unlucky heir. Heir means a person who inherits property from his father after his death. A stunted, unlucky heir of twisted bones. So first see the literal meaning, children. The poet talks about this boy that he has inherited a disfigured and undeveloped body. Stunted means which is not developed properly. So this boy does not only have stunted or undeveloped body, but he is unlucky also to have inherited the twisted bones. He is unlucky because he has inherited the twisted bones, the distorted bones, and totally disfigured, diseased body from his father. As if he is reciting his father's gnarled disease, twisted bones, incurable disease of his father. Gnarled means twisted. Means by giving the description of this boy, the poet wants to say that this boy has inherited this disease of twisted bones from his father, which signifies that his father was also not a physically fit person, and this shows that since generations they were deprived of getting proper nourishment due to their poor living conditions, due to their poverty. Clear? His lesson from his desk. So this boy was with gnarled disease, with twisted bones, is reciting his lesson from his desk. But in actual, his twisted bones has overshadowed his recitation. Means his twisted bones lie heavy on his lessons. They have become more prominent rather than the lessons. Means the lessons of class become weaker before his disfigured or twisted bones. Fine. Now see next. At back of the dim class, one unnoted, sweet and young. Children, dim has two meanings here. Dim class, first meaning, means where no proper arrangement of electricity is there, where there is only dim light. And symbolically what does it mean? That the class which is dim means very weak, and weak not only in academics but also in physical health. Fine. So at the back of this dim class, one sweet and young boy is sitting who is unnoticed, and who looks a bit different from other children of the class. How? Because see, his eyes live in a dream of squirrel's game in tree room rather than this. Means this sweet and young boy, when sees the squirrel from the class who has made its who had made its room in the tree, this boy gets thrilled and excited to see the speedy movement of the squirrel and the way it has made its own room, its own house in the tree. So what symbolically it all means, children? That this boy is more interested in a squirrel's game. His eyes also dreams the carefree life of a squirrel, the freedom of a squirrel to move anywhere without any restrictions, which unfortunately is lacking in his life. The grim reality of his life is that he does not have a proper room to live in. And on the other side, the squirrel is there who is not only free but has its own house to live in. So the independence and the carefree life of a squirrel attracts him. This attracts this boy a lot rather than the dim class in which he is sitting, because he dreams or hopes to have a life like squirrel with no tensions and worries of life, where he could live freely, where he could move freely, where he could decide his own fate, where he could think properly to make his life better and happy. Fine. So children, in this lesson this much only. Revise it. Thank you very much.